Good morning, peoples. I'm way behind. I was up all night. Nope. A double play here. I went to bed at 8 p.m. very tired from doing the pan yesterday. And then I woke up at 2:15, wide awake. I was up all night. I went back to bed at 5. Oh, I was so tired all night. I said to myself, oh, just stay up and keep working. Do some work. I was like, I wanted to go to sleep. Doug has no problem sleeping. Something was here last night too. Doug was barking. I don't know if anybody saw it outside. What was here? Good morning, Mindy. Oh, it's. I knew you'd show up this morning because I think you do coupon sorting in the morning when I'm really early, or you're sleeping. Lester, Tammy, John, Jazza, Caroline, everybody's here. Victor. How many people watch me wash the pen out? Man, there was a lot of duck poop in there yesterday. I had to use the wheelbarrow method yesterday. Yeah, but Mindy, I need to sleep because I'm killing myself during the day, and I did not want to get out of bed at 2 a.m. after yesterday, because I really poured it on hard yesterday to get that pen done, because you don't realize how hard it is. Oh, folks are scraping the duck poop with the shovel. It's so hard. You can't use a big shovel. You got to use that little one I have. That little, I don't know, snow shovel. I don't know what it is, but it's just a shovel. But it's meant for snow. But anyways, you have to use it. You can't use a big one, because if you use a scraper backwards to scrape, it hurts. But Carl, I couldn't find a real page. I found a page that was generated on Pirie Insulation, but it wasn't the official. There was no photos on it. There was nothing. Like, I don't understand how their Facebook page, because I clicked on it. Usually when you click on a business page, or a place page, I can like it as my page instead of liking it as Matt and Goose. I like it as 50 Ducks page, so it shows up on the 50 Ducks page of people who have helped us out here. And when I click on it, the only option I'm getting is it's asking me if I want to claim the page. I know the ducks love dirty water, eh? Oh, they do. I wasn't going to clean the pen. I thought, if they like dirty water, they probably like dirty pens too, eh? I'm thinking they probably do. Walking around in duck poop, and then drinking duck poop water. Phew, you couldn't ask for a better highlight to my day. The pink Road Warrior rocks. I wish I had extras, but I don't. If I lost some weight, I could wear a large. The pink, it's more like a fuchsia, or a whoa pink, or wow pink. It's a pink. It's pink, man. Trust me. People look at you. Good morning, Digger Pete. I saw you, Digger Pete, in the chat at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I didn't say hi to anybody because I was hoping to go to bed, tired. I did a little bit of work on the computerist thing here, and I said I should go to bed, and I tried. I couldn't sleep. was like, I drank a ton of water too because I was on the verge of a cramp. It was a verge. Like, it wasn't happening, but it was enough there that I knew that it was going to happen. And I was like, no matter how much water I drank last night. So I think when I put my back out when I was scraping, it was a bit of a combination of a muscle spasm. Because usually when I drink the water, the urge of a cramp goes away, also known as the Charlie horse. But I think it's my back was out because I did snap my ankle, my elbow when I was scraping the duck poop. I had a bit of a crack happen outside, which never happens when I'm working. So I had a hot shower before I went to bed. Like by the time I got everything done in the house, Jasmine, because I didn't even have supper last night, folks. I had a piece of vegetable pie and went to bed. Because I came in the house and I figured out what was wrong with the why I couldn't access the Wi-Fi tower. Figured that out. I totally forgot that I had put the range of IP addresses on my router in a very high range, and it wouldn't accept the IP address which I had wrote down in the original piece of paper before the lightning storm. I had it wrote down here, but the problem was I'm operating above this range now, so that's why I couldn't even access it. So anyways, so I got to go back into it because I had it programmed for that range. Now I got to go back into it and change the range again. Anyways, I figured it out. I totally forgot after the lightning strike when I was having all those conflicts with the encoders that I had to change the IP range on my router. I don't. The pickle juice is because my back. Everybody's got to answer. It's a muscle spasm from my back being out. Pickle juice ain't gonna put my back in. Plus, I don't have any pickle juice here. I didn't even wake up hungry though in the middle of the night. Like, I wasn't walking around the house hungry. I was just walking around the house wide awake. Like, just walking around wide awake. Anyways, I'm gonna have my breakfast. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 huge double yolker eggs, people. It's unbelievable. I can't believe the size of them too. They're like goose eggs. They're so big. So I'm gonna have 3 of those for breakfast. My brain doesn't sleep either, Mindy, when I'm going to sleep, when I am asleep. Because you want to know how I finally woke up at 9:20? I had a dream that the water was frozen. And in my dream, it felt so real that I was turning the valve off on the frozen pipe. And then I went, oh no, I didn't drain the water lines outside when at the call. The pipes are frozen, so I ran down to the basement. I did drain the lines, but it was like, that was the first thing. My brain telling me, you better check that water line. I couldn't even think. It was just, oh no, because man, frozen water line would just suck. It would mean ripping plumbing out, solder. Oh, I didn't even want to go down that route. And because I got custom plumbing here because I did it years ago, and it's like I don't want to redo it. It would just suck to redo it. Carl, I hate when I'm working in dreams and it's a dream about me making a mistake on work. Because then you wake up thinking you got more work to do. Oh, good morning, Maggie. I'm glad you find my waking up in a panic entertaining. Oh. You're getting your car detailed. Clean it yourself. Or you don't know how to clean a car. I hate. I've taken my vehicle once to get detailed. And I got it back, and I said I can do a better job than this. I never went back again. Doug, he wants something. Doug hurt himself. That's not anything. Doug hurt himself. Doug is hurting. He must have slipped yesterday on something running, because last night he was on the couch, and I went to get him off the couch, and I grabbed him by the foot, And I just grabbed his foot like I normally do, not yank it because I know he's got bad shoulders, so I don't yank on his shoulders. And he yelped and took a little bit of a bite at me, which is sort of freaky because Doug never takes a bite at me. Like, never. The dog's like, he's so tough, it's unbelievable for pain wise. But when you get a dog that big, turning his head really fast to do a snipe at your hand, it sort of makes you jump because you're like, are you really gonna get it bitten? It's like, no, Jack, it's his shoulder. He was curled up in a ball and I straightened his leg out. No, Jasmine, he doesn't have sensitive feet right now. It's his shoulder. People, I know what's wrong with my dog. He hurt himself yesterday because he was running around a bit crazy yesterday when with the hose. So that's what he hurt himself. He hurt himself running around with the hose. And then I kept squirting him with the hose again to stop barking. Which caused him to run more. So that's what he did. Yeah, I did grab his foot. Okay, he's laying on the couch all curled up like this, okay? He's like curled up like a little tiny ball. So I said, come on, Doug, let's go. And I grab his foot, and I pull his leg so it straightens out. Just one leg, so it straightens out. I get the hint. We're going to bed. You get the hint. Because if you don't give him a little bit of a hint, he's sort of like leading him, So you pull his foot out so he knows, oh, it's time to get up and go to bed. And that's when he did the yelp. Well, it was a yelp and a snip at my hand. But he wasn't trying to bite me. He was just letting me know that, I shouldn't have done that. So, anyways. So I don't know what's going to happen here today, folks. It's snowing right now. I know one thing. I got to do something. I had a list, which was put coroplast in the goose shed. Well, clean the goose shed up, put coroplast in the goose shed, and then go up on the roof. Or go up on the roof, put the tower up, and then go in the goose shed. Now, because of the way I feel today, I don't know. But I know one thing is I got to put the coroplast sheets in the garage because I need to warm them up so I can bend them. Because right now they're cold and they don't bend with crops. So I need to heat them up in the garage because I got to bend corners on them. I'm going to make custom corners in the shed. So, Road Warrior, where have you been? That was weeks ago, Road Warrior. You've been somewhere else. Are you watching that other Doug channel that has all that solid, good advice? Roof. Susan wants me to go straight to the roof. Even though my body's saying stay on the ground. But you've been doing an extra job for holiday cash? That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable, Road Warrior. It's unacceptable. I'm sorry. Can't let you off on that one. Okay, so what's the weather today, folks? Okay, it says 0, mix of sun and cloud, with a chance of flurries. It says 60% chance of flurries, and right now I see flurries outside my window, is what I see. So, and I need my buddy here to give me a hand. It would be way easier with 2 people. I can go on the roof with snow. It's not the end of the world. I got a ladder up there. I've done worse. I'm done crazier. You just gotta move slower. You know. Do you want me to take you right now, Jack, to go look at the shed? So would you like right now? What, you didn't go? It is on video, and you can take a look on the video. And it's just like you went there again. There is a video I took you on yesterday, and you could go in there. You can play it on YouTube, and it's just like I went in just now. Or I can go out right now and do it for you. tap the insulation? What do you mean tap? Are you talking like tap or like sexual tap? It's rock hard, but it's not hard enough to stop a goose from eating it. Zigger Pete, I think you're right. Well, what I got to do, first thing I got to do is I got to get the coroplast into the garage. That's the very first thing I got to do because it's got to be warmed up. It's going to be a lot of walking back and forth because I got to keep it in the garage to keep it warm. I got to put it on a sawhorses and I got to bend it to get the corners because what I'm doing, because I've learned my lesson from this stuff. And I got to put tape on it too, tape the seams, because I'm learning my lesson from all these years with coroplast on the walls. What's going to happen is I'm going to bend it in the garage, measure it all up, bend it, tape the seam so that when I go over to the garage or over to the shed, screw it to the walls, and then come back, get the other sheet. It'll be warm, bend it for the corner because I'm not going to cut the corners. Like I'm not going to take two sheets and go like this because that means there'll be a place for duck feces to get trapped. What I'm doing is I'm going to bend the coroplast one piece. But the problem is, like, there's two ways of doing it. There's one is to cut the back side of the coroplast and bend it, and it bends really easy, and you get a nice straight seam. But the problem is then you only have one strip of plastic. So the trick is, if it's warm, if the coroplast is warm, and it helps if you have a heat gun, is measure your line and then heat the line and bend the line, and then it will bend really easy and make a perfect corner, and you don't cut it because of cutting it, it really reduces the amount of plastic in the corner. It's like cutting a cardboard. You know when you cut cardboard boxes, if you only cut one side of the box, how it bends really easy, but then you've only got one side, one piece of plastic. So I want to make it. I want to seal the shed up. Is my plan. Is what I'm going to do. Seal the corners up. I'm going to be doing that in the barn too. So it means like a ton of walking back and forth. Unless the day I do the barn, my option is the day I do the barn is close the barn off and clean the barn out, put a construction heater in there, and do it that way. Which I'm thinking that would be it because it would save me a ton of time walking back and forth from the garage. But it means I would have to get up like early, be outside, clean the barn out like at 7 in the morning, and then put the construction heater on, and then go and have coffee or whatever, and then come back and do it. Something like that is going to happen. So it would save a lot of walking, Carl, because the walking is killing my ankle. I'm not going to lie to you, folks. Because this winter, I can't wear my winter boots. This is not good. This is not going to be a good winter. I don't need to close the barn. I'll just close the door. My winter boot situation is not going to be fun. Because the big rubber ones that are insulated that I usually wear, that I can slip on, they're really easy to walk in, they're nice and high, the snow doesn't stick to your pants. I don't have any ankle support. And it hurts to walk around. Like it hurts. Even with put the ankle support on my sock and then put it in, it hurts. The only time my foot doesn't hurt is if I wear my boots. No, I'm not getting my crazy custom boots. I canceled the order, and I because I got a deal on other cheaper boots that'll get me through. I had a cheap moment. I backed out of the deal. I decided not to. Maybe next year. Maybe. Who knows? Just I just had a hard time with it. It was like, it was a cheap attack. I had a cheap attack. I'm not gonna lie, that's what it was. But I got a wicked deal on boots. A wicked deal. So, but I canceled. The boot company wasn't happy either because I placed the order but never measured my foot, and I kept procrastinating on it because I think I was procrastinating on it when I placed the order, and then I finally told them I don't want them. Then they're saying, well, no, we can do them. I said, no, I don't want them. It's like I'm not going to wait 10 weeks for you to make these boots. There is no space to work in the Goose shed, Rita. And the Goose shed's not bad. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's like 6 sheets, 6 trips back and forth. It's not the end of the world. It's the barn that's a lot of screwing around, a lot of corners in the barn to bend. Problem with wrapping your ankle, Mindy, is that I got to do it way too much. I'm an in and out guy, and it's like that's a lot of work. The wool my neighbor had. What neighbor with wool? I don't have a neighbor with wool. If I wear the work boots tied tight, I don't have. It only hurts slightly, and that's just because I'm doing far too much walking. Because I'm not wearing those boots that they sent to me that were the wrong size, that were rubbing on my big toe. I got the right size 12, that fit. Yeah, but that means I'm gonna have to wear my wrapped foot all day. Do you know how uncomfortable that is in your house, walking around your house with a wrapped foot? Like every day, it's like wearing a cast. It's like, again, the house is not bad, but I just don't like. It's bad enough when I put that brace on. Comes off quick. No, it doesn't, Jack. It goes on, comes off, goes on. You know, it's like, and then you slide in your boot, and then another thing too is like I'm pressure sensitive on my feet. If I have things like, even like if I have that what you call it, that brace thing on my foot, I can feel the ridges in my boot. Oh, from an older video. All that wool went on a compost pile 3 years ago, Vivian. My neighbor doesn't save the wool from the llamas. He just tosses it. Can't be bothered. Too many burrs cleaning. Mindy, it drives me nuts having stuff on my feet though. You people don't understand this. It's like in the house I don't have a problem. And you know that brace thingy I have? Where is it? Somewhere around here. It annoys me in the house. Very uncomfortable from that. If I just wear the old work boots tied up nice and tight, I can survive. And now that I got the right size, they don't bother my feet. And I got a wicked deal. Wicked deal. Good morning, Thomas. Some people agree with me. Beth agrees with me. She understands. It's going in and out. Jazz, you just spilled a hot drink on your bed, but you had time to type that on the screen though. I think you should be cleaning up the hot drink on your bed, not telling us you just did it. Cut my foot off? No, I need it. I almost had that Final Destination foot thing happen to me there a couple weeks ago. The catalyst to all the new pain with the tractor. That sucked. So I don't want to go there. So I honestly thought I was going to be footless that day for the winter. Nothing like having a broken foot snapped off. Oh. Yes, Gene, my Achilles tendon is sore. Plus the Final Destination accident on the tractor with my foot is sore. I'm having problems. Okay, Becky's got a legitimate question here. I will answer Becky's question concerning ducks' welfare in the wintertime. Does she need a heat lamp? Well, Becky, this is totally dependent on the type of enclosure you have for your ducks. If you have a crappy enclosure, lots of drafts, you know, that that their body heat can't warm it up, then you're going to have to suck it up and put a heat lamp in there for them. But if you've got a good dry location for them, that is dry, lots of fresh straw all the time, they're not wallowing in their water, as in the bedding's wet, and there's no drafts, and they can get out of the wind, they do not need a heat lamp, because it's amazing the amount of heat that we put off, and depending on how many ducks you have, they could potentially heat up the spot to be nice and warm. So you need to look at what type of your situation is. Ideally, the best case scenario for a duck is 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit inside with no wind in the winter. That's perfect conditions inside for a duck, and dry. Okay? And you need to have water access so that they can wash their bills out. Not beaks, bills. Because they need to wash out their nostrils so they don't get yeast infections. So. But it's very important, Becky, okay, and I hope you're listening here, is you gotta clean out the little 4x4 house. You gotta keep it clean. You can't be a slacker or a bad duck owner, okay? How many ducks do you have in this 4x4 house, Becky? Tell me. And also, you gotta force them inside to get them used to it, because they will not go inside. Ducks are pretty thick that way. They will sleep outside if you don't force them. And once they get into a routine, they will go into that little 4x4 house on their own at night. But how many ducks does Becky have in her 4x4 house? We're answering duck questions this morning because it's a serious time. It's winter time, not a time to be sarcastic or joking around. You have 4 ducks in a 4x4, okay, so 4 ducks in a 4x4. I personally, do you keep the water and the food in there with them? Is the water and the food in the little 4x4 shed also? We're waiting for Becky to answer these questions. The water is outside heated, okay. So they have access, they can come outside, eh? Ducks have a tendency, once they start going outside at night, they're bad. They don't always go back inside. It's, unless you keep it dark outside and light inside. If you leave a light on inside, they will always keep going back inside. They will go outside and drink the water and then go back inside. But if there's a light outside, they will have a tendency to sleep outside. They're bad that way. But I personally would clean that in the wintertime. Like probably every third, fourth day. If the water was in there, it'd be every third day for sure. Clean it out. Secret is clean. And don't do that litter method where people say, oh, just throw more straw on top of the mess. No. Always get rid of the old mess. Always. It's not. You don't need. It's not more heat, Vivian. It's the no. It's the wind. You have 2 drakes and 2 females. Well, that's a potential problem, Becky. You need to have roasted duck and get rid of a drake. Seriously. There's a lot of recreational sex going on there for no reason. That's how females get hurt. Oh, Ponderosa. So many people tell me, oh, just keep doing the litter method. Pour more on her. That is just the worst thing you can do. They're not chickens, they're ducks. And even the litter method with chickens, I'm not a big fan of that. I've seen that, and it's like, oh, boys. I like to, the way I look at it, would I sleep on that floor? Like, if you were, like, going down the highway and your car broke, and you're like, I'm stranded, and you go, there's this farm, and there's no one home, and the only building you can get into is the duck shed, or the chicken shed. And you get in there and you're like, oh man, this is the only place that isn't locked up and I can sleep the night. Would you sleep on that floor? That's the rule I have. But a lot of people don't care because they say, oh, they're just animals. You know, those are the people that should be taken out to pasture and put to sleep. They shouldn't have animals. Yes, there is a little hurt duck. We do have a little hurt duck. Well, it's not really hurt. She had a little too much sex, Rita, when we had all the drakes here, and she hasn't fully recovered yet. Fresh straw, they love it. The fresh straw and clean water, 2 things to make a duck happy. But as we know from other YouTube shows, they like dirty water and more likely like dirty straw, and they really hate their pen cleaned. So I do everything the opposite way. The opposite way seems to work for me. The only thing that's gonna Deborah. The only thing that's gonna help that little limpy duck is just time. That's it. It got raped bad when the drakes were here. It's gonna take some time to get better. So they're she just had too much action. No, Jean, the hospital duck is still in the back of the house. She was quacking earlier, and she has quieted down now. She's getting scar tissue. I felt some scabs on her back yesterday when I picked her up. There's some scabbing, so that's really good. But because she is still putting off those I want to mate scent, with the scabs wouldn't be a good thing because the drakes could rip off the scabs and could start her bleeding again. So I already told Becky that she doesn't need a heat lamp. 0 degrees. Okay, 0 Fahrenheit. Oh, that's minus 18 Celsius. Are they in a building? Okay, when it's cold like that, like minus 18 Celsius, 0 Fahrenheit, okay? If they're in a building, is the building insulated or is it just a plywood box? Becky, we need to know this, Becky. Eye drops, no. ICU duck is no longer requiring eye drops. I haven't had to use eye drops in 2 days. Her eye has cleared right up. It's open. She's looking. She's got a little bit of a dirty face. She needs a bath. I sprayed her yesterday with the hose. I gave her a little bit of a shower. She didn't like it. It's insulated. Do not put a heat lamp in there. You don't need anything. It's insulated. As long as they're out of the wind, it's insulated. Don't worry about it. Seriously. Don't, the heat lamp, worst thing you can do. They don't need it. You gotta remember, folks, ducks, geese, ducks, waterfowl, okay? Just waterfowl in general. They gotta remember what they have. You know, you go to the store and you go to the outfitter store and you want, you walk in, you say, I want the warmest jacket you got. Well, come over here, sir. Here's this $800 goose down jacket. Duck down, goose down, same thing, okay? They have an $800 down jacket, naturally, free, okay? They are amazing at what they can withstand. Amazing. Anybody that watches this channel over the last 4 winters, you have seen what they can do. I remember when I first started this, and I would put heat lamps in and all the stuff I did, and it was like ridiculous. I remember the first year that I put heat lamps. I put a 1,500-watt quartz heater. It's still in the roof of the barn. I use it for when the ducklings, when they're young, which I don't even need to do with that. For the ducklings, because even ducklings are unbelievably tough. Because they're born with a little tiny fur, a fur down coat, bang. Anyways, I heated it. Worst thing I ever did, because 5 degrees Celsius, when it's minus 20 outside, 5 degrees Celsius inside, okay, which is above 32 Fahrenheit, I thought it was about 42 Fahrenheit, compared to 0 Fahrenheit, it's too warm. They pant. They walk around the barn panting. You can see them with their mouths open panting in the wintertime. And then they just drink a ton of water. It's a ridiculous amount of water they drink. Like, absolutely crazy the amount of water. So, but 0 degrees Fahrenheit, actually what I find is if the floor is frozen, like any water that does hit the floor in the straw, if it freezes, that's even a better temperature. So like -2, -3 on the floor, so that the straw freezes. One, it cuts down the moisture in the building, because any water that does hit freezes in the straw. That's the best case scenario. So, no, Brian, you don't get dead ducks when the power outage goes out with the heat lamps. Heat lamps are just, I don't know if it makes them weak. It just makes them high maintenance. That's what it does. It makes the situation harder than it needs to be. These aren't chickens, folks. I'll give you an example. I gotta refill my coffee. I'll be right back. Oh, season up. Oh, stretch that. Oh, that hurt. Okay, so I just killed a bunch of chickens for a person at their house, okay? So, I'm used to killing ducks. That's what I've done for years, 1,000 ducks. I haven't killed a chicken since 2012. Well, I did this one in 2013, I did have a couple then. But anyways, I'm scalding them, okay? And we're throwing them into the plucker. I forgot how featherless chickens are, okay? I scalded them. First of all, like with a duck, you got to scald them for unbelievable long time, like 40, 50, 60 seconds to get the water into their feathers. And then you throw them in the plucker, and then they just go round and round and round and round and round and round. It takes forever to get them to pluck, okay? Like, absolutely forever. Like, I can't even get my head around how long, and it's a long time. Minute and 10, round and round and round, okay? So, I throw the chicken in. It's like, first of all, scalding it, I'm not kidding you, it was literally in, out of the water. That was it. Like, in, out. Okay, any longer the skin tore. Throw it in the plucker. 12 seconds. It's featherless. Okay, so tell me, this bird could not handle nasty weather. You know, like it's just not built for it. It would die. It would freeze to death. Now somebody wants my phone number. His sisters want me. That's nice to know. But it's like that's the difference. Where a duck, it is like forever to get the coat off the duck. You know? But you can't get the coat off, or you can get a coat off a chicken so easy. It's ridiculous. Like if I had to hand pluck something, hand plucking a chicken is nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like, seriously. People bitch about plucking. And it's like, it's just a chicken. I can pluck a chicken so fast compared to ducks. Ducks is a horror show. Like, you guys are obsessed with long underwear. I don't get it. They're just like pants. Well, they are. I got underwear. Like I got regular underwear under the long underwear. So technically, they're like pants to me. They're my house pants in the winter. You come and live in this part of the world and see how it was like to live without house pants. They were white rocks, the chickens. Long underwear sex symbol. Ladies, you really need to get outside more. Brian, I got 9 pairs of them. It's like this is the first winter I didn't buy any because last year there was a sale on the old Stanfield's website, and I bought a pair, and then I signed up the email, and then they sent me an email saying it was 30% off, and I bought like 7 pairs of them because you can't get them anywhere. I don't know, because they're so expensive. There's so much made in China crap now in the stores. You can't buy them. Like every store that used to carry the Stanfield brand, like the Mark's Work Warehouse, the local clothing store, like all the places you would expect to buy quality, undergarments for winter working, they stopped carrying it. They carry their own made in Thailand brand or whatever, or their whatever. Nobody carries it. I don't know where Stanfield's is selling their stuff. Like honestly, I don't know. They got this factory pumping out long underwear in Nova Scotia, and I have no idea where they're selling it. I'm baffled because I can't find a single store that carries them. But if you want good long underwear, Stanfield's, the best long underwear there are. Seriously, folks, made in Canada. Even the cotton, they even mill the cotton. Is it mill when you say? Is it mill when they take the cotton and make it into material? Is it mill? I think it's mill. Is what they call it. Do they call it? Gin? Is what they call it? A mill. It is mill? Milled? Yeah, they even mill their own cotton. They make it's 100% them. Gin the cotton, mill the cotton. Everybody's got different answers here. You guys are like a bad search engine. Anyways. No, they don't, Sylvia. They don't. Go in. Seriously, folks. Go to the store. Us Canadians that are watching right now, there's got to be some Canadians here. Go to the store. Try to find a pair of try to find Stanfields. Forget it. Gin is taking the seeds out? No. To make gin. That's what it is, Carl. Take the seeds out to make gin. We're not making gin. I honestly do not know where they're selling their stuff. But Walmart has nothing but cheap stuff. See, the problem with Stanfield's, it's expensive. That's the problem. It's not cheap. But if you want comfortable, they make awesome stuff. All made there. Well, I'm giving my seal approval on Stanfield's because I live in it in the winter. And it works. And you know here how much I'm outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. And it's the answer. It is totally the answer. And they make the fleece one. They make a high-tech fabric one, which I have all of them. I have the fleece one, which can't wear unless it's 30 below because you sweat. Like, put it this way, when you wear the fleece ones, the long underwear, you put them on, you have to go straight outside, like right away. You can't be in the house for any length of time or you die. And then I've got the high-tech ones, which is, they're really a skin tight. You ladies would lose it if I wore those ones. And they're meant for when you're wearing a little different kind of work clothes that you need a little more movement in. And then there's the cotton ones, which is my favorite. My cotton ones are my go-to daily ones. So. Yes, George, they are expensive, but I'll give you an example how long they last. This is the thing. You got to look at the length of time they're going to last you. And there's no difference because I've been buying theirs for years, okay? I've had a pair of long underwear last over 10 years. Like over 10 years of wearing all winter long. They used to make they used to make long underwear for the Canadian Armed Forces, and I was in the Canadian Armed Forces when I was a young lad. I just recently retired a pair of long underwear that they made, and I'm talking from 1981. So that's the deal. You get what you pay for. But the secret is, George, if you're interested, is sign up on their little newsletter and they'll send you a 25% off discount. Actually, it's coming up. Christmas is coming up. Yeah, but South Korean girl, if you phone the Town and Country shop, men's shop in Pembroke, they don't stock anything. They're listed on the website, but they got no inventory. You phone them up and say, look, I want the gray 100% cotton in a large tall. And they'll say, no, we don't have any. Yep, you get it in the UK. The internet works there too, just like it's working here. You sign up, they send you an internet-y, email-y thing, and it travels across the Atlantic Ocean, and you'll get it, George. And then you can order. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, can't say enough good things about their product. Can't. Honestly. I would love a one piece. I was looking at them, Charlene, and Stanfield still sells them. Marks is out of business, Robert. They're out of business. They're gone. History. And Marks no longer stocks any Stanfields. You go into the trust me, you people think you're giving me all kinds of new information. I have hunted down trying to find stores. I give up. I just went online and ordered directly from them. I've gone, like, you wouldn't believe what I went through because I needed them and I couldn't get them, and I was like, nobody's stocking them because of the price. Nobody buys them. Everybody goes, oh my God, well, look at poor George. My God, they're expensive. They are, because you can go and buy a pair of long underwear made in Thailand for 1/3 the price. But they'll only last 1 year. You know, you'll be buying a pair, actually chances are, you might be buying a pair halfway through the winter, and good luck trying to find long underwear in the middle of winter. Well, the ones I'm wearing, when they had the sale on, I bought a whole bunch. It was like, this is the third winter for them. This is the third winter. So. Oh, yes, Thomas, thank you for reminding me. I got a little sidetracked here. You need to go below and leave the links for Pirie Insulation doing the awesome job on the Goose shed, ND Graphics for giving us the free coroplast to do the walls in the barn and the Goose shed, and Valley Delivery for picking everything up at no charge. You really need to do that, folks. We need to get the reviews up on those 3 companies that seriously helped us out and saved the Duck Adventure a combined, well, we're talking what? It was like $350 for the coroplast, $100 for the $450. Like it's like $1,350 savings from those three companies that I didn't have to go out to GoFundMe and say, give me $1,350 to make the ducks and the goose lives better this winter. All it cost us was little reviews of 5-star positive vibes for these companies for helping us out. So, the links are all below. Don't hesitate. Don't procrastinate and forget. Brian, go spin yourself some wool. Stanfield's makes wool long underwear too. Don't have a pair of those. They're too hot. Had a pair. Couldn't handle them. They're like way too hot. I ended up giving them away. Just couldn't wear them. Itchy too. Not a big fan of the wool. The thing is, Carl, is that they last years. You gotta amortize the cost over like 3 winters, and then look at it. Because anything else you buy, you're gonna replace every year. So when you amortize it over 3 winters, well, in my life it'll be like 3 to 4 winters of solid use. I look at it and I go, like, that's a deal. It's way cheaper, and they last longer than 3 to 4 winters. Last longer. I could have used a little bit of woolliness yesterday after I got soaked. Oh man, when I came in last night, was I ever wet? Soaked to the bone. Because my pants, I don't know what's with these ones. I have 2 pairs of pants, and these ones were bought a little later, and they don't repel the water like the other ones. When I was up in the middle of the night, I was looking at jackets because my purple jacket's dying. It's done. It's had the ghost. I've got to give it up. So I went online to see if I could find myself a Gore-Tex work jacket that I could wear around the property. You know, my go-to work jacket. I forgot how expensive they are. I found a company, the only one I could find that makes Gore-Tex work jackets was in Europe, and it is actually a real work jacket, like a real one. It was riveted seams and the whole bit, and I crapped at the price. No, it wasn't purple. Couldn't find purple. It was black. It was absolutely nuts, the price, and they're only in Europe, but they would ship here. No, Amazon, Carl, doesn't have them at great prices. Trust me, I was on there. To get a good one, it doesn't work that way. If it's a great price, it's a piece of junk jacket. And Mr. with his sisters, they're really trying hard to get our attention here. Mr. with his sisters. I looked at eBay, yes. The what you call it? Yeah, I know the different Amazon.com, different prices.ca. By the time we land stuff on the .com, the only one I could find, guys, was from Europe, like a true class, not a ski jacket. I'm not looking for a ski jacket or a snowboard jacket or that's not a work jacket. I need a work jacket, a Gore-Tex work jacket, okay? There's lots of, you go on Amazon, I was on Amazon, I got, $119 for a snowboard jacket. But you know how light the nylon is on that, how long that would last me? Because the thing is, my purple jacket, technically, the heaviness of that material is classed as today's work jacket. Back then in the day, that was they call that, I guess, like a sport jacket. For whatever sport it was, I don't know. But today that same material is classed as a work material. So you got to look for work. And now, like I said, I found one in the UK, a company, or not the UK, maybe it was the Netherlands. I think it was Copenhagen actually. Maybe was there? I forget. Anyways, it was over there. So, but I was shocked at the price. shocked, blown away. No, it's good. The secret is the Gore-Tex part, Gene. I gotta have the Gore-Tex. Got it. Here, let me find it here so I can, because I know we're getting, all these people are questioning. And it's the style of jackets. I looked at a lot of jackets last night, folks, when I was in the middle of the night because I was so tired. I was like, I gotta do something here. Where's my history tab? So we can go, I'm not gonna screw around trying to find it here. History. History, where is it? Where is it? Okay, I can't even find my history. Okay, hang on here. Let's see, where is it? Where are you? Okay, there it is. I'm going to post a link for you, okay? So you can see the company. No, that's not the one. This one, I found a site in the UK that was selling this stuff. Because this company doesn't sell online. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Here, I'll send you I'll put the link here. This is the one I found. The only one that looked like it had true work jackets. I don't know where they're located. Okay, so that's the only one I can find that was true work jackets, like the real thing. Because my purple jacket is just, it's biting bad. It's biting bad. It's hurting. It's hurting real bad. It ain't gonna last much longer. It ain't even last. It's got holes in it. But the problem is, you buy one of these things, like it's like it's like, you know, the sizing. That's the problem. You know, the sizing is the problem. Like, you know. Like, I know what my size is, but it's like if you get it, and then it's not, and they're in the UK, it's like bad link. It's probably because you've got the backspace in there. Here, I'll post I think they're in the Netherlands. Link wouldn't work for other people. Site error. How did I post it? Oh, it's because it's got the back link. That's why. All right, let's try this. Let's try this one here. This will work. So anyways, I found one site that sold it in the UK. But it's got like, it's a true work jacket. It's got rivets on all the seams so that it doesn't rip. I don't know. I gotta look. Just a lot of coin. That didn't work either? That one didn't work? What is going on? I'm posting it. Like, alright, let me just do this without. I think it's the backspace that's doing it. It's gotta be status not found. Let me try. I'm gonna try clicking on the link myself because I don't believe this. You guys are trolling me here this morning. Hang on here. Well, yeah, it doesn't work, eh? I wonder why. I'm posting it right off the site. Okay, so I'm gonna do no backlink. No backspace, I mean. Let's try that. Okay, so there it is. There's the company. Oh, it worked for somebody. It didn't work. I don't know. I know, Vista. I doubt. Anyways. So that one, it worked. So this is the model of the jacket that I found. That's a true work jacket. This is the one I found. It's not colorful like I would like. It's black. So I'm not a big fan of black. I wish they made brighter colors. Like, honestly, like a lime green or a pink. That would be awesome. You know? But the hood comes off of it, which is good because I like the hood out of the way. It'd be better if the hood folded into the collar, but it doesn't. But it looks like a pretty serious jacket. I don't know where it's made. Like, where is it made? Like, it doesn't say on their site. It's from Sweden. They're from Sweden. That's where it is. Oh, about us. Here. Oh, there's an about us. Let's see. Where's their stuff made? I wonder if they still make it in Sweden. I'm looking here. Our history. Core values. I wonder if they make it. Does anybody know if this company still makes them? No, I don't need the reflective one. You know how much that reflective one is? I found it $650 for the reflective yellow and orange one. $650. It was like, whoa. You know, as much as I would like a reflective one, but that's crazy. $650 for a shell. It doesn't say where they're... No, it doesn't say anything about where they're manufacturing. They probably outsource it all, like everybody. Oh, sustainability. Maybe they're... Oh, they're from their working conditions of their employees. Maybe they are. Maybe they do make it right in Sweden. I wonder if they'd answer you if it was made in Sweden. No. Oh. Our supply chain extends across 17 countries and a group of own 3 factories in Northern Europe. Their suppliers. I'm just looking here. Maybe they are made in somewhere in Europe. But there's 14 countries not listed that could be who knows where. Yeah. Anyways, that's the deal. Oh, Jack's got a link here for Carhartt. Well, let's just see if I can get the old Carhartt. Oh, hang on here. I gotta get rid of all the spaces. Because Jack had to put spaces in here to make my life a little more difficult this morning. What happens when you put space, or if you don't put spaces in, it won't let you paste it? Is that what happens? We're continuing my middle of the night shopping for oh, it's not Gore-Tex. Jack, you just sent me on a goose chase. It's not Gore-Tex though. And where are they made? Out of stock? Oh, great. They're out of stock on that jacket. Oh, it's only water repellent. I'm not interested in that. I just clicked on it. Rain Defender. Outerwear. Let's see what it gives us. I'm looking. I don't know. I'm looking here. There's I just want an outer shell. No, there's one right at the top here. What's it worth? $190 US dollars. Oh, but it's cotton. Yeah, I don't want that. 60% cotton, fully pro. Well, maybe 40% polyester canvas with rain defender, durable water repellent, light protection, but doesn't have the membrane. Need the membrane. Oh. No, I don't need it. It's a 2-piecer. I gotta look at that later. It's not cutting the jam right now, though. Even though I like Carhartt pants. Crevellas just have junk. But Sarah, that was including pants for $1,000. That's a winter jacket. Yeah, long underwear in Las Vegas wouldn't not a lot of not a lot of what you call it, not a lot of demand. Oh, Carhartt wants to live chat with me. Do you ever go to those companies and the chat just sucks? What do you type here? I gotta do the Google Translate because everybody thinks this is pretty funny here. Any phone number? Okay, I'll give her a phone number later. Okay, my country code, and then my number, and this is a good number, okay? So don't be giving this out to anybody. What is it? I'm trying to think what it is. There you go. There's my number. You can give me a call anytime. Why would somebody come on to chat and ask for phone numbers repeatedly like that? Like, I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand. We gotta get the country code right. I'm 01, eh? Anyways, I gotta check the Carhartt site a little bit more because it's the 1212. Yes, that's my number, Tina. I forgot about that. I forgot it's the 1212. Do you remember that, folks? When you wanted to get information in another place and you had to phone the area code, then 555-1212 to get directory assistance? I wonder if that still works. It ain't gonna work on a battery phone with a dead battery, though. I gotta get another phone. I wonder if that number still works. I haven't called it probably in 2 decades. We'll see. Okay, so we need an area code. We'll go 905, and then 555-1212. Do we still get directory assistance?
For English, press 1 or stay on the line. Para español, oprime. For business or government listing, please press 1 or stay on the line.
It still
For
works.
residence listing, please press 2. Let me transfer you to an operator.
You could still get an operator.
Please hold for an operator.
Unbelievable, eh? Oh, I don't even want to talk to anybody, but that's amazing. They still have operator. I thought they fired them all. That's pretty amazing. I'm in shock. Oh, I can't believe that. So that's excitement for this morning. We've discovered they still have operators in the world. Try Gore-Tex.com. Gore-Tex isn't a jacket, South Korean girl. Gore-Tex is the membrane. It's the white membrane that's below the fabric. It is, they bond the membrane to the backside of the outer fabric. That's what the Gore-Tex is. They strictly sell the licensing to put the Gore-Tex on the back of the material. That's what it is. They don't actually make. They can give you a list of companies. Sometimes they used to be able to give you a list of companies that make products using their material. Does anybody know the history of Gore-Tex? It's pretty amazing, actually. If you Google it, non-stick frying pans, Gore-Tex. Spacesuits, Gore-Tex. Fire suits for the firemen, Gore-Tex. My buddy has a fire jacket. Well, he's a fireman, and he has a jacket, and I couldn't believe it. It was in his car, and I got looking at it, and it's all Gore-Tex. So if a fireman can wear it running into the fire, that's pretty amazing. Oh, I know my old jacket, the burn holes, the old Gore-Tex, the outside, the outer gets destroyed. Oh, Vistas posted a link for Matt. Okay, let's see what it says. Oh, they've got, is it, I wonder if this is the Gore-Tex jacket. Gore-Tex company themselves. Oh no, Vista, I ran on this the other day. I ran this in the search results, these jackets last night. Yeah. There's somebody else's jackets. Because I found these. I don't want to sign up for newsletters. Yeah, if you go, I found this last night, Vista. You're not showing me anything new here. If you click on the products, it says you got to go to the website to buy that jacket. They don't make the jackets. They're putting other people's products, because there's the Speed Light Gore-Tex jacket, orange one. There it is. Actually, orange is not bad. I don't want to sign up for anything. Yeah, this one too. It's orange though. That's not a bad looking jacket, the orange, but the hood doesn't come off. It's pretty obnoxious orange color. But the zippers are pretty light on it. It's more of a sporty jacket. Do they have work jackets in here? No, they don't. I'm looking. Oh, this one's pretty obnoxious color. The more obnoxious the color, the better, is what I like. Oh, wow! There's a cool color, but you know the hood won't come off. Do you want to see the cool color? This is like, this one will blind you. Look at that. Oh, come on. Focus camera. There we go. There. But it's you can tell it's just garbage zippers, and it's too high-techy. I need a work jacket. That's the bottom line. I need a work jacket. Unfortunately, work jackets don't come in screaming colors. Unfortunately. Because believe me, I'm the first one to sign up for screaming colors. Yeah, I'm looking here. Yeah, I'm not going to waste much time on that. The phone guy's back again. Is he still? And now they want to learn English, but they want me to reply back in Arabic. Do you believe that? Don't waste your time reporting them, JT. You're just wasting life. Precious moments of chat reporting people. Doesn't work. Thank you, Vicky. A pink jacket would be awesome. You know? Did he get banned? Oh, Digger Pete finally got rid of him? Okay. Don't worry, reporting people's a joke. Did you see YouTube's hiring 10,000 people to purge the site of controversial videos? I would love a pink. Screaming pink. Oh, imagine the people that would comment on the stream if I wore pink, because the people, you wouldn't believe the amount of grief I get when I wear pink Crocs. There's so many guys out there that are just freaked out by somebody wearing pink. No, Mindy, what they're doing, they're hiring 10,000 humans, and then they've got an algorithm that's going to follow what they do and learn the human interaction on censorship, and then they're going to unleash the algorithm after it's done the 10,000 person learning curve that they've hired. It was on Zero Hedge. I read it at the middle of the night last night. All temporary jobs. It's just so the algorithm can follow what they're doing and learn, so they don't need a human to do the censorship. I got no problem with pink. I wear pink for shock factor. Strictly for shock factor. Because it really sends people over the edge. Man, I'm telling you, pink Crocs sends them right over the edge. So funny. A lot of people are insecure. Well, I would say I'm a troublemaker. Gender neutral, non-binary Gore-Tex kind of guy. You know? Fluid. Not gender neutral, non-binary, fluid Gore-Tex guy. That's what I am. Poor Alyssa's so lonely. Well, come and join us in chat, Alyssa. We're not lonely here. We're having a late coffee this morning. I'm trying to figure out how could you make a jacket pink? Like if you bought one, could you paint it pink? You know? Like a microaggression Gore-Tex. But how would you, like, you need, what kind of dye would you have to get your hands on? I'd go that far. I would. If I could get the good enough dye that would dye it, like not the dye you buy in the store, I'm talking like some serious dye. Like industrial grade dye that ain't gonna turn other colors. It's pink. You know what I mean? Like the point of no return. I would buy a jacket and then I would dye it. No, Gore-Tex is Gore-Tex, Gene. It's a membrane. It's not going to screw with the waterproof. That's why you don't want to buy cheap waterproof jackets, because the cheap waterproof jacket is just a surface treatment. I don't want the surface treatment. I want the Gore-Tex, the membrane. The membrane is the membrane. You ain't going to have it. No, Beth, I need a work jacket. You're not listening here. We work here. We're not just a fashion show. We're looking for something that is work. What's the word I'm looking for here this morning? That is practical. We're looking for a practical work jacket that I could turn into a pink one. Yeah, there's women's work jackets, but they sort of have a cut to them, Jean or Beth. That you know what I mean? Like, I don't have the curves for a woman's work jacket. No, Kelly, you can't get them made. You know how much material you'd have to buy? You would have to buy a ridiculous amount of, like, you would have to buy a massive bolt of material. Then what would you do with the other, 700 feet after you've made your one single jacket out of it? I can handle the opposite zipper. That doesn't bother me. I'm ambidextrous. I can do it. Zipper doesn't bother me. But they just don't make it. Would leather make a good work jacket? Nope. too hot. Way too hot. Can't use bleach. Susan, don't even bother looking that one up. As soon as you use bleach, all your threads rot. But have you looked on the site, Gene, on Safety Supply Canada? Did you see anything I should look at? I need to work on the curves? Like get breast implants, is what you're saying? I should get breast implants so I can wear a woman's work jacket? I don't think so. Okay, so I'm on the Safety Supply site, and we'll see what they got for jackets. I don't see anything. Featured products. Oh, this site sucks. I just took the word jacket in, and nothing for the word jacket, Gene. You sent me to a site that has nothing. Well, we tried. Yeah. SafetySupplyCanada.com. Yeah, that's it. Nothing there. Outdoor paint won't stick. But it's looking like I gotta get breast augmentation and then get a woman's jacket. So I think I'm gonna have to do. Get a corset. Be hard to bend over with a corset. Corset, breast augmentation, and then I can get a pink jacket. How about I just get a black jacket for now? Hundreds of jacket is no good. I don't need a jacket like you're thinking, folks. I need a shell. I just need a shell. That's what I need. That's all my purple jacket is, a shell, and then I can put different things under it depending on what the temperature is. If it's cold, I can wear, a fleece under it. If it's warm out, I can just wear a t-shirt under it. That's right, Vista, I'm just a snail in need of a shell. That's all I am. I'm very simple. Except I've just found out that a replacement jacket is like gonna break the bank. I'm looking here. Unbelievable. I got an email. It's unbelievable. Anyways. Alright. Okay, I'm clicking on the site. It was a silly email. I was just like, I don't want to sign up. Okay, what's this one? Oh, this is pretty boring. It's beige with a little bit of orange on the top. Looks like a hunting jacket. Well, that's what it is, actually. It's a hunting jacket. Yeah, far too many. Yeah, it's got now the zipper. I can see the zipper. It's a cheap zipper. It's got that cheap plastic nylon, like high-techy zipper. Yeah, it's got way too many pockets. As soon as you start getting a lot of pockets and places to put things, it really puts a lot of weak points in the jacket. The less a jacket has, the tougher the jacket is. This one has a cell phone pocket, a big pocket, 2 hand pockets, outside pockets. There, too many pockets. Thanks for the link, but a little too much fashion. Too much fashion, not a lot of practicability. I think that came from James. But thank you for the input. So, okay, where am I here? Let's close this. We need a company to send me a jacket and give it a real field test on the Duck Adventure. That's what we need. Or I just drop the coin and get myself a jacket, which I'm really having a hard time with. I'm really having a hard time with it. Because I'm not kidding you, folks. I've had that jacket since I think 91, 92. I probably paid $200 for it back then. So I've gotten my life out of it. Dharma Trading. What is that for the dying? I'm just searching here. Dyes for all types of fabrics. Do you think they could do it? Textile craft and dyeables. Fabric. I wonder if they could do it. Well, I'm going to give them a call. Because if I could dye it, Yeah. A pink vest, then put it over the coat. No, Connie, that wouldn't be very practical. We gotta be practical. It's gotta be a jacket I can just throw on and go. No, I know they won't do it, Susan. I know that. I know it's DIY, do it yourself. Or DIY, do it yourself. I know that, Susan. I wasn't born yesterday. Might have been born last night, but not yesterday. Or no, I wasn't born last night, or I wasn't born this morning. I don't know what that saying is, but anyways. I'm going to give them a call and find out. Because if I could get, then I'm not limited by colors. If we can dye, if they can dye black polyester permanently pink, that would be a show in itself, wouldn't it? Live streaming, turning a $400 Gore-Tex jacket into a pink one. Because that's basically what it's going to cost to get it here. Have a good day, Road Warrior. What is wrong with my other purple jacket? My other purple jacket is not the same type of nylon. It's a very, very, very light nylon. It is not a work jacket. It's like paper thin nylon. It would get destroyed if I used it for work. Like it's really, 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 really light. Like I would say it's not even 50% of the weight of the other jacket. The other jacket is a heavy nylon. I don't know what kind of nylon it is. It's soft nylon. The other one is more of it's a different material. Not even close. Put it this way. First time I rubbed up against something, and if it was a rough surface, it would rip it. So, trust me, I thought about it. Looking for used jackets? Viggy, I have been looking off and on for so long. I'm going to tell them, Susan, I'm going to tell them exactly what I want to do, that I want to turn a high-end, heavy-duty utility jacket with Gore-Tex lining. What color can I color it? They gotta be able to do it, It's probably something I would do in the garage. So when I spilt the stuff, it would just be the floor of my garage that got turned pink. I could handle that. Wouldn't bother me if I had a big pink patch in the cement. I really don't care about that. So, but I'm really now I want to call them and find out what the deal is. And then I got to think about what I'm going to do for a jacket. I got to think about what I'm going to do today. It's 11 o'clock and I've accomplished nothing. And Coco's doubting my color choices. Is it really worth it? Wear a black jacket like everybody else has, or stand out and wear a pink jacket? Is that what is that worth? Yeah, I know Vista. I know this Vista. You're telling me something I already know. We're having a chat about dyeing a really expensive jacket pink, if it's even possible. But I like how you enlighten me. Let me know things I already know, Vista. Oh, a bright neon pink would be like screaming me. Oh, imagine the people who would just be freaking, because there are a lot of people who have a problem with a guy wearing pink. They would be like just losing it. Losing it. Could you imagine it? If everybody be sitting and chatting and somebody would be like just like triggering? Like, what is this guy? Well, you want to see triggering? Look at me when I'm wearing that camouflage clothing, wearing pink Crocs, shooting roosters. Man, oh man, talking about people losing it. They don't get it. That it's a joke, like camo clothing with pink Crocs, like it's a joke, buddy. But they just like they're shocked that I own a pair of Crocs that fit my feet. That obviously this guy wears pink. He's got Crocs that fit his feet. Because it doesn't bother me. Print my jacket? Because that'd be really pushing it, Coco. We're trying to do we're already trying to do a complete color change. We're trying to do a complete, basically a sex conversion, sex change operation on a jacket, and then we want to put a logo on it too. That's too much. So, but I'm gonna phone, because if I can get dye that will turn polyester or nylon into the color I would like, then that changes everything. That changes everything. Because then I'm not restricted by this. You know what I mean? They gotta have. You gotta be able to buy, in this day and age, the chemical to do it at home. It's like I just can't figure out. Why is it limited just to corporations? It's gotta be us. Oh, a screaming pink jacket. Oh, especially a heavy duty work jacket. That would just blow everybody's mind. I've got to make a phone call. I got to get breakfast happening too, and I got to get something happening here today. As in going outside. As much as I would like to take today off, because I've had a pretty good solid run here. I'm trying to think. I haven't had a day off. When was the last time I took a day off, folks? I can't think of the last time I took a day off. I think the last time I had a day off was before the barn. 1994? It feels like that story. I think it was before the barn, which would be like, that would be like the week after the October 12th. Oh, I took a half a day off with American Thanksgiving. Well, no, it wasn't half a day, Vista. I shut it down early, which was 4 o'clock. So by layman's terms, I put a full day in, and then I just took off early. In my terms, 4 o'clock is shutting it down early. I'm thinking, I think I haven't actually taken a day off since the barn. I think that's what it is. I'm really thinking it is, folks. So that would be the week of October 12th to October 23rd. And it's December 6th. I don't feel guilty now about slacking today. But I am going to do something today. I'm going to put the coroplast in the garage, get it warmed up. I'm going to go into the goose shed. I got to take a saw because the guy, they were doing it. They showed me how to do it. Like I let the guys, they were going to do it all, and I said, guys, just go home early. They were like beat looking, and they showed me the tools. They did one wall, and they showed me how to do it. And you got to take a old-fashioned wood hand saw. You know what I'm talking about? And you got to put it on the wall, and you got to cut all the foam so the coroplast goes on straight. So I sent them home. They were going to clean it up too, and I said, just go home. You did your job. Spray the foam on, and leave at a fraction of the price. That's all I wanted. I can clean the mess up. So I'm going to go clean the mess up and get the saw out and do a little sawing. What I'll do is because it's not going to be a very active day, I might bring the iPad in and just stream me screwing around in there. I could do that today. And so that might. There's Vista. I'm having technical difficulties on the water stream. I think it's something to do with the encoder and the cold. I don't know what's going on because I keep rebooting the encoder and then it comes back online. So I don't know what's going on. Or it could be the Wi-Fi link. The encoder's working fine, but when I cut it off and restart it, something's going on with my stream. I think it's all comes down to my Wi-Fi. So we'll see what happens today, folks. Not too sure how everything's going to unfold, but I'll figure out something, okay? And I'll figure out something. I'm gonna maybe I'll get all the coroplast that we got from ND Graphics, link below. Go leave them a 5-star review, and then I probably will take you into the goose shed while I hack away at the foam to get it ready for coroplast and clean up and sweep and all that kind of stuff. All right, I think that's what's going to happen today. Not a lot. So, because I'm tired. Thank you for joining me for this 97 minutes and 56 seconds of coffee.